Hi children, welcome to Max class. How are you all? Hope everyone is fine at home. Hope you are safe too. Okay children, every day we used to have a thought before our Max session. And today we are going to have a trick. I am going to show you a trick and you have to find what trick is behind that. Are you all ready for the trick? See, I have a table where I have written the numbers starting from 1 to 16. So there are 16 numbers in this table. What you are going to do now is you are going to think of a number, first number. You have to think any one among all these 16 numbers, not apart from this. You have to think only within this 16 numbers. Have you thought of a number? Everyone will be thinking of different numbers. I'm not worried about that. Okay? Okay. If you have thought of one number, keep it noted in your note. Okay. Now you are going to think about a second number also. That second number should not lie in the row as well as the column of the first number. Suppose if I have chosen this 3 as my first number, my second number should not lie in this row as well as in this column. Do you get it? I should think a number apart from this 8 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 7, 11, 15. I should not think any among these numbers. I should choose only among these 9 numbers that are left over. 5, 6, 9, 10, 13, 14, 8, 12 and 16. Do you understand how to choose the second number? Okay. Take down that second number also in your note. Now think about a third number. That third number should not lie in row and columns of both the first and second number. If I have chosen second number to be 9, no, I should not choose the third number even it is in this row as well as in this first column. I should choose only among the 6 number that is left over. Do you understand? Likewise, choose the third number. At last, you will choose the fourth number also. Okay? Leave out the row and column where you chose third number and take down that number. As you do know, you just strike it off that row and that column and think about all these 4 numbers. Have you all thought of this number, 4 numbers? Okay. Now add all the 4 numbers that you thought of. Each and every one would have thought of 4 different numbers. Yes or no? I am not worried about all the numbers that you have thought. See here, your added up answer will be 34. Surely your added answer will be 34. If you are not getting 34, the way you chose the number may be wrong. Try to redo it again and try to find what trick is behind it. Okay children, shall we go for today's session? Okay, before going to that, let us have the recap of all the things that we learned. Okay, in this chapter. Okay, we started with the triangles. In triangles, we will draw 3 medians and all these 3 medians will meet at a point called centroid. Then we used to draw 3 altitudes. Altitudes are nothing but heights, or otherwise I can call them as perpendicular line drawn from the vertex to its opposite side. That is how we define altitude. This altitude meets at a point and it is called as orthocenter, and it is always and it will never, it is not compulsory that it should meet inside. It may meet outside also. When it is meeting outside, the altitudes are extended out of the triangle. Okay. Now the third one is perpendicular bisector. All these perpendicular bisector meet at a point called circumcenter. Then we learnt about angular bisector. We will have 3 angular bisector and all these 3 angular bisector meet at incenter. And we have a speciality about median. This centroid divides that median in the ratio 2:1. Based on that, we did many problems, isn't it? Okay. Now, next thing that we learnt is exterior angle property of a triangle. That exterior angle is equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. Even with this property, we did few problems. We practiced two. Okay. The next question is, next theory that we learnt is angle sum property of a triangle that you are very familiar with. In a triangle, if I add all the three angles, no, it will be equal to 180 degree. That is the very special of, and we did many activities using triangles in a paper. Did you all try it at home? Okay, whatever you have tried now, paste it in your classwork note to make your classwork note good. Okay, make it use colorful papers to make it colorful. Now, today, before that, we were discussing this slide in previous video and it ended abruptly. So, I thought it would be good if I discuss now. Okay. Here, can you have a triangle with two right angles? No. Can you have a triangle with two obtuse angles? Even with two right angle itself is not possible. Then how can you have a triangle with two obtuse angle? Obtuse angle is greater than right angle, isn't it? So this is also no. Can you have a triangle with two acute angles? Yes, we can have. Can you have a triangles with all the three angles greater than 60 degree? They are saying that all the three should be greater than 60 degree. If it is going to be 70, no, another one 65 and another one 61. All these three numbers are greater than 60. Add it up. 5, 6, 166, 18, 19, 196. Is it possible to have a triangle whose angles add up to 196? No, we cannot have a triangle. So this question, can you have a triangle with all three angles greater than 60 degree? No, it is not possible. Next question, can you have a triangle with all the three angles equal to 60 degree? All the three is going to be 60. 60 plus 60 plus 60. If you add up all these three, what will you get? Yes, we will exactly get 180 degree and it satisfies the angle sum property. So, we can have a triangle with all the three angles equal to 60 degree. Can you have a triangle with all the three angles less than 60 degree? They are saying not only one angle, all the three angles. Even if one angle is less than 60 and other things also less than 60, no, it is not. All the even one angle is less than 60 and other two also 60 also, we will not have equal to 180 degrees. So, it is not possible. Hope I am clear, my dear children. Now, we are going to talk about this special triangle in which we have all the three angles to be equal to 60 degree. What is the name of that triangle now? Yes, it is equilateral triangle. If all the three angles are equal in a triangle, surely all their three sides will also be equal. If this is going to be 5 centimeter, all these three will be 5 centimeter. If this is 10 centimeter, all the three sides will be 10 centimeter. But their angles will not change. Do you understand? Their sides length measurement alone will change, but their angles will not change. All their angles will all be 60 degree only. In an equilateral triangle, always the angles will be 60 degree. We will have small equilateral triangle, big equilateral triangle. See here in set square, in your geometry box, you would have come across set squares, no? Your friend might have a set square of different company, like Natraj. Another one may have some set square of some other company. If you match up those two set square, no, one will be smaller and one will be bigger. But the angles in that triangle will be same. Their measurement, side measurement alone will change. Hope you understood what is equilateral triangle, how we relate angle and sides. Now, what is another special type of triangle we have? Yes, we have isosceles triangle. This isosceles triangle have two sides to be equal. See, this xy and xz are equal. It means that two angles contained between that equal sides and the opposite side. these two angles are called as base angles. What is it called as? Base angles. I believe I have explained already. Anyhow, I will tell again. These two are called as the base angles. Angle contained within the equal sides are called as base angle. And this one, angle opposite to unequal side. This is not equal side of these two, no? So this unequal side, this is called as vertex angle. What is it called as? Vertex angle. Is it clear, my dear children? If I draw the median for this triangle, it will divide the triangle into two equal halves. Is it clear? We have base angles, two base angles and one vertex angle in an isosceles triangle. Base angles will be equal. Like the two sides are equal, two base angles will be equal. If the two bases, see if I have a triangle like this, and if I say these two are base angles, it means that these two sides are equal. My triangle is not in a good shape, but depending upon the position of the angles, the position of the sides differ. Or you can say it in reverse order also. Is it clear? Okay. Now we are going to see few problems based on these properties. Here we have a triangle. I name this triangle as ABC. Okay, this ABC is an isosceles triangle and I have it here as A and here as B and here as C. Just by looking at this triangle, I can say it's an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal in this triangle. What are the base angles? Angle A and angle B are base angle. If this is X, this is going to be X. Okay, that's what I have written here. Triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Angle A is equal to angle B is equal to X degree. We don't know what is X. Now, we know by exterior angle property. We know exterior angle property, no? This exterior angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. With that property, I have written 110 is equal to x plus x. So we get 2x is equal to 10. I have interchanged their position. So we get 2x is equal to 10. Then x is equal to 110 by 2 division. I get x is equal to 55. Is it clear? Now the next question is, here it is. Again it is an isosceles triangle. It means two base angles are equal. Where will be the base angle? If it is here, this and this are the base angles. Here I am going to name this as x, y, z. Here this point as x, this as y. When I mark the vertices, it should be in capital letters. When I name an angle, it will be in small letters. Okay, this is vertex capital X. So angle y is equal to angle Z is equal to 45 degree because they are the base angles are equal. You have to state the reason why they are equal. Base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. You have to mention it is in triangle, isosceles triangle XYZ. If it is one mark question, you don't need to write all these steps now. You can just directly find it from here and write the answer. Okay, here 45 means here also 45. Like that you can write easily. Then in angle sum property, all the angles added up will give 180 degree. X, this is x plus 45 plus 45. I have written as it is. X plus y plus z. You can write like this: angle x, angle y, angle z. So the values are x plus 45 is equal to 180 degree. So x plus 90 degree. This together is transposed to right hand side as minus 90 degree. So x is equal to 90 degree. That is a very special about right angled triangle. If that right angled triangle is isosceles, right angled triangle will always have 45, 45 and 90. And this is the measurement of one of the set square in your geometry box. Okay. One of the set square in your geometry box. Take it. Here, there you will have two set square. One will have the same side, no, length of two sides will be equal. That set square is called as, that set square will have this measurement 45, 45 and 90 degree. Okay children, let's continue in next video. Bye.